I have the pleasure of having Shawn Swygman from Elder Corporation joining me. Shawn, thanks for being here with me.
Thank you, Andrew.
Well, let's start off by, please explain to me, what does Elder Corporation do?
We are a construction company. It was started in 1960. We do heavy highway infrastructure, uh, building, data centers, commercial, pretty much anything with dirt. And then we also do demolition, underground utilities, and we crush our own rock. Um, my specialty is GPS.
Well, I want to have a bit of a deep dive into the Trackwork module that you're using. How are your teams working with the Trackwork module?
Well, we currently have 12 trackers on the machines, on 12 machines. We plan on buying at least 12 more. We've got 10 on scrapers, one on a D6T, and one on a 349. Pretty much what we'll do is when we bid a job, we use the track analysis to try to figure out, our routes for cut to fill, and figure that out. And once we do that, when we get the job, we use the track analysis and the haul plan to figure out what's the best way to move dirt. That way we hit the ground running and running hard. So,
Shawn, one of the features of Trackwork is it allows you to model production. Can you give us an example of how you are using this modeling feature in Trackwork?
yeah. Well, first when we get the job and we're using the track plan, and then we'll use our track analysis. We'll sit there and watch our machines to which machines are outperforming which machines from the office. So by adding a cycle line through an area, you can see how much or how quickly the machines are moving dirt on site. We can figure out what is causing the machines to go slower. Is it an inexperienced operator? Is it the machine itself? Is it the type of machine, or are they staying on the haul paths that were designed to start the whole process of building the site?
Keeping projects on track out in the field can be a big challenge, especially when you've got multiple projects running at the same time. How is Trackwork actually helping you in the field?
Yeah, well, obviously, our production's important, so we can always see where we're at by running the numbers here in the office. Are we on schedule? Are we behind schedule? And then we can adjust and get back to getting on track. Whether we need to bring in another scraper to figure out if that's the problem. Are the machines just moving slowly? We can then use that same data on a similar site that comes out for bid. As we're watching these tracks go across the screen and seeing dirt move from the cut to the fill, we can use that for our next bid. And also going with track plan versus track analysis, we can figure out what's being met on the project. Basically, how can we move dirt more efficiently, save fuel, and can conserve time as we're moving dirt on the job. We want to be ahead of schedule constantly, especially when there's rain delays. So that's kind of how we use it in the office. We're just comparing the data from track plan and track analysis to see where we're at.
Shawn, any technology solution is only as good as the staff use of the solution. How have your staff adapted to working with Trackwork?
Well, to be honest, at first, they thought it was basically an eye in the sky. They thought we were spying on them. They want to know who was watching it, who was looking at it constantly. And, they're coming to me, what's this all about? But once we explained to them, we explained to the foreman, the guys running the machines, the superintendents and all that stuff. They figured it was a good idea. I mean, if we're going to keep bidding work and getting work and, just basically track our production, they're all for it. So a little nervous at first, but after that, they're good to go.
Shawn, what would you say are the main benefits of working with the AGTEK Trackwork module?
Definitely production and analysis, and then also utilizing that data for future jobs. I've said that several times because that's a big one. A good example right now is we have a big job site going on across town. It's a data center. So we're tracking that to see when the next phase comes out and future phases. And then we also have one on a 349 excavator in another state. We've got two we've got ourselves and then another contractor on site. And basically what we're doing is we have a borrow, we're taking dirt and then taking it across and building a highway. So we want to keep track of where our dirt is compared to where their dirt is, so we can figure out where our machine has been, and we can watch that and use that on track analysis and track plan to figure out where our excavator has been. So when it comes time, if there's any qualms or questions about where we were at inside, what dirt we took, I can just pull back that track and then see where that excavator's been. And then we've been in this quadrant, you've been in this quadrant, and we can be safe that way. And overall, it's efficient. It's an effective way to build your jobs the best way possible. Like coming in from the beginning to the end, you bring your guys in, you show them what we're doing, you show them the site, you run the track plan, they look at it. If that's not a good haul route, we'll figure out something different. Basically planning ahead. And then once we hit the job site, we're off and running, and we try to keep on schedule that way as we move the dirt. So basically, production is a huge thing with any company. So